I'm down at the Henry Bloom Noble Library in Douglas, hence the books, and with me is Ralph Peake MHK. We're talking about the environment, we're talking about this, well, you're going around the Isle of Man, you're doing consultation about some very important potential changes that could commit the Isle of Man and its future governments to a certain path, which I think is quite interesting. Talking to the public, is that this part of it? I mean, have you got a draft there already, what you're going to do?
Absolutely, yeah. So there is a draft and it's actually online. So you'll be able to go to the consultation hub, the government consultation hub, and actually see that and comment. So the great thing is that we are engaging with the public. This is the second of a series of 4 public meetings, and we're here in Douglas. And then the next one will be on the 19th of August, that's in Peel at the Centenary Centre. And then the following day, on Thursday, the 20th of August, we're down in Port St Mary at the town hall.
Can you give me the headlines, what exactly you hope to achieve with this?
Well, it's really engaging with the public at this stage to get their ideas, to see what changes there might need to be for the draft legislation, which will be coming to House of Keys in October this year, and with a view to getting that through. So we've actually got some legislation in place, so government and the public will actually know where we're going with
this draft, tell what are the headline things in that?
Okay, so the headline things there, we want to get renewable energy here in the Isle of Man. So that will actually be in there, so we can actually focus on that. It'll be about getting about insulation of properties, about getting real facts about how we can get the property to insulate to a state where we actually just need less energy to actually run it. It'll be about taking fossil fuel out of heating systems. It'll be about getting renewable systems in people's homes so we can actually renew that renewable system. Well,
I was very early with LED lights, as you well know, because your previous works, things like that. I put things on my roof, the PV and all that sort of thing.
Panels on your roof, that's
but,
right.
you know, I was early days again. I mean, is there a good time to jump for this technology, and will you be getting help? Is that the plan?
Technology is proven now, you're absolutely right. And the great thing is we've had permitted development through, so photovoltaics can go on people's roofs, you can put a solid roof on a conservatory, you can put...
this is a change just gone through, isn't it?
That's right.
No more planning permission, that's quite interesting.
Right, for all
that's
those
going to save a bit of paperwork and a bit of money.
Items.
Right.
Absolutely right. So that then will engage with people more because the process will be a lot easier. There is money coming from Treasury, we've announced that, the Treasury Minister announced that in July, Tynwald, in the budget update. So there will be money available for some of these schemes. So we're working on that at the moment to make sure that people are clear about the direction and what's happening in the future, so they know that what they do will be in line with the future, and then there will be some money available to schemes.
And this thing will be commit future House of Keys / Tynwald to the same policy?
That's the great thing.
Am I reading that right?
Yeah.
How can you do that even?
Well, because it'll be legislation. So go through the House of Keys.
They could legislate and change it again, couldn't they?
Well, it's possible, but as you know, Tynwald 2019 was unanimous at the start of 2020. At the start of the 2020, it was unanimous that we'd actually get this.
You set a timetable, didn't you?
The action plan from Professor Curran, the impact study that he produced last year, that was adopted by Tynwald unanimously at the start.
What's the timetable? Is it 2050 or 2040 or something, or 2030? I can't remember what it was.
Well, it's zero by before 2050. That's the ultimate headline. But
well, you disappointed with that because I mean, other people are saying, "Come on, instead of finding a date, get on with it." Because you might slip, but at least you've set an earlier time.
Well, what's key is to actually get the direction of travel understood by people. So we want to get designers on board, we want to get architects on board, we want to get people on board to know which direction we go in. If we can get that design and the specification understood, people will then want to go forward to a cleaner, happier, greener future. Once we can get that done, the date becomes secondary because we'll actually get there a lot quicker, in my opinion. Remove that fear, make it so people actually want to do it, and we'll get there much quicker. So the date is secondary. It'll be done much quicker. I really believe that. I actually did it.
We'll watch this back and you before 20 whatever.
Absolutely, because we've got so many renewable resources here in the Isle of Man, sun, wind.
Well, let's talk about that. I mean, this may be outside the remit. I don't know, because this is wind turbine, which is a government thing / private enterprise. We've had wave power, we've had wind power come and go. Nothing is yet actually out there, is there?
It's early days for those technologies under the sea, but wind power and photovoltaic from the sun power is proven technologies now. What we want is that partnership with government and the private sector. We want the investment from the private sector, so it's about changing the Electricity Act, changing it so we can have people generating energy here in the Isle of Man.
Because it's quite limited what you're allowed to do, isn't it?
It is at the moment, but again, part of the legislation in October will change the Electricity Act, so we can then have people generating electricity, perhaps generating excess of 20 megawatts and having it in a storage capacity to actually have 20 megawatts introduced to the network, the electrical network on the Isle of Man. That will open up the investment in the private sector, encourage people to do it, and then we will be able to deliver renewable energy to people on the Isle of Man. So all those electric cars, which I know you've got. Absolutely. So all those cars then can be charged up with renewable energy, and that's the great future, isn't it?
Come on, Mr. Peake, it's quite poor, isn't it? It's around Douglas, the amount of places you can charge a car. I mean, considering we should be further afield than this, I think, wouldn't you be more happy if you could see a bit more progress already?
Yes, but people are now starting to understand it more, and once people have got the understanding around it and reduce the fear around the unknown, we can then get on board. Most people just travel from home to work, so a lot of people can charge their cars up at home. If it's renewable energy going into the grid, that's great. For the people who can't charge it on their land, then we do need some more public chargers.
With all this, we have to bring back the MUA into this, and the gas that's fueling the turbines and that sort of thing, and people have got gas in their homes and still running on some coal fires probably somewhere as well. This has all got to stop, right?
Well, it will stop, because fossil fuels will be used for other things, and it won't be used for central heating in the future. You know, we don't quite know what date that is, but if we can get on board now and change our habits so we can use renewable energy for our heating, our cooking and lighting, etc., for the energy we need, that's a much better solution for the planet. But also, if we can make it more affordable, then we can actually make it more cost effective, reduce the needs, reduce the quantity of energy we need to carry out our...
Okay, well, and back to this public consultation.
Yeah.
Surely they're just going to agree with you. I mean, I can't see anything that's contentious in this. Everyone presumably wants a greener, happier, fluffier future, with feeling that they're doing their bit.
Most people do. We had very strong support in the last consultation. You know, there's about 9% of people really did want this bringing in. So there is a lot of public support now. You're right, but we want to bring people with us. What we don't want to do, in my opinion, is let's go so far that people are left behind and don't understand it. So bring them through stage by stage, and that's why we're putting the time and effort into these.
And when should I book you in for an interview? Which year to say, look at this, things are now moving? Which year? Come on.
Well, next year you'll see a big
really?
difference. Yep.
And in 5 years, quite a lot.
I think in 5 years there'll be an awful lot of difference, and it'll be.
What will we see next year then? This time next year?
This time next year, you will have some plans of, I think, wind turbines, of renewable energy here in the Isle of Man.
We've had wind turbines many times in the past.
But you'll actually see plans of where and how they're going to actually operate. What you will see is engagement with local designers, architects, about how we can actually live and enjoy our lives future. You'll start seeing that, and then you'll start seeing how money can then be fed in to a sustainable future, and how people can then actually access it and actually improve their home and their energy.
Because this time next year will be the end of the House of Keys, as we know it. This
current
right.
Yeah,
so, you know,
right.
And you say you're going to try and put things in place that the next House not only should take on, but probably even do better, right?
Absolutely. By next summer, people will have a much better, clearer understanding of the direction of travel and how they can actually get on board, what schemes they can then actually enjoy some support with, how they can improve their homes and reduce their energy use. That, by next summer, is where we want to be.
Okay, well, this will be over by the time this goes out. So there's two more, you said, Peel.
That's right.
And
Peel Centenary Centre on Wednesday the 19th of August.
All day, is it? Or
well, midday till 7 p.m.
Yeah.
So try and catch people from lunchtime till just after the evening meal. And then the following day, on August the 20th, we're down in Ports St Mary at that hall next to Town Hall.